She grew up in Pensacola, Florida, did really well in school. She went to college down at the University of West Florida.
And then she worked at the Bank of the South. She was dealing with military all of the time. And Jim went in the bank and met Bonnie. They fell in love and they got married 6 weeks later. We have teased them about that for a long time. 6 weeks later.
We got married and I was moving around a lot, going from base to base to base. So here she was in banking, she was in management of banking, and yet we moved to various places, and so she pops into a bank and they're not interested in a manager, they're interested in somebody to come in and be a teller. It was always a challenge. It was always starting from scratch. You always had to prove yourself.
She worked for a commercial real estate person and she excelled. She also worked in the early years for 31 Flavors for the corporate office when they lived in Hawaii. And again, she excelled. I'm sure when she left that the guy cried.
My mom has a great knack for balancing both her family responsibilities and needs and those of the families around her.
Even from the time that we were little, she was always looking out for other people and other wives, other family members.
She also cares deeply about the troops and their families. And when she was First Lady of our Corps, for example, she spent a lot of time making sure that the Marine families were properly taken care of, and she has stayed very committed.
Bonnie has given as much to this country as anybody else who wore the uniform. It's who she is. Yeah, her husband served, but she is the epitome of what a military spouse is. I mean, it wasn't just General Amos serving. I mean, she was right there next to him, serving alongside him.
I don't think I can describe Bonnie in one word, but I can do it in two. Semper Fidelis, always faithful.
She has always had this very deep sense of service and looking out for other families and her version of leading from the front. So that always makes me so proud of her. And she's such a good example of how to take care of others.
She hugged every single Marine. When we were in Afghanistan, I'll never forget, you're sitting there with all these guys and they're away from their families, and she would always tell them, make sure you call your mom. I remember her every time, make sure you call your mom, make sure you call your family.
Her commitment to the Marine Corps, the way I see it, was forever. And she shows that in the way she serves and takes care of military families. One of the most dedicated individuals you ever can hope to meet.
Just like Marine leaders develop a deep love for their troops, I think Marine spouses develop deep love for the Marine families, and Bonnie has taken care of not just Marine families, but Air Force, Navy, Army, Coast Guard.
Bonnie and I got to know each other when she joined the board of the Injured Marine Semper Fi Fund. It's a charity that was formed in 2003 in support of the critically wounded and their families. And as such, we had many visits to the hospitals in support of the wounded as they healed and moved back into society. And as she walked down the corridors of the hospital, she knew everybody there, and they knew her.
She's caring. She gives herself to anybody that needs without asking. She just sees what needs to be done for the troops and their families, and she goes out and gets it done.
She meets someone and she makes them feel like that they are the only person in the room, and by the time you finish talking to her, you think she's your best friend.
There is a child care center aboard Marine Corps Base Camp Lejeune. I just wanted to get in and get out and drop my kids off. And sure enough, in her typical Bonnie fashion, introduced herself, which I knew who she was. She must have known that in many ways I was struggling. It was from that day forward she saw a light in me that I didn't see in myself. And before I knew it, she had me volunteering to run the child care center. I've always wondered if she really understood the impact that she had had on so many people's lives. Maybe it's not only that she sees the light in others, she brings the light to the room.
The military spouse program at Hiring Our Heroes wouldn't be where it is today without Bonnie Amos. Back in 2011, I went and presented to Bonnie along with the other senior spouses in DOD, and right after I spoke to them, she came up to me and said, "What can I do? How can I help?" Bonnie Amos is the guardian angel of the military spouse program at Hiring Our Heroes.
As Bonnie moves forward to retirement, We're not looking to replace Bonnie Amos because there is absolutely no replacing Bonnie Amos. How do you replace somebody who's kind, who's loving, who's a bulldog, who can make you laugh until you cry and can wrap their arms around you on your toughest days and really lift you up and make you believe that you can put one foot forward and keep on going?
When I have to think about examples or things that I know that save lives or that help people grow and help people feel connected, I think about the ways in which Bonnie has been that connector for so many individuals, that we really could look at her as an example of how we need to be a better community.
I'm not sure whether she's an angel or whether she's a prophet or what she is, but she is important to what we're trying to do and where our mission is.
My mom has always been a role model to me. I think to many women, to many families, but she is for sure a role model to me.
I've been honored to work with Bonnie Amos and quite frankly learn from her over the last several years, and I can't think of anyone who's more deserving of the President's Award for Lifetime Achievement than Bonnie Amos.
It's all about you, baby. I'm proud of you and I love you. And thank you for all that you've done, not only for me as a father, as a husband, but also for all our family members out in the services. I love you.
Way to go, Bonnie. We're so proud of you.
This is your turn to turn around, get out of the cheering section, and let everybody start cheering for you because you're such a star.
Bonnie Jean Amos, this is an award well deserved. Congratulations.
God bless you. Semper Fidelis.
Nobody deserves it more than you. Congratulations.
Congratulations, Bonnie. Anytime you want a glass of wine, give me a call.
Hey Mom, congratulations on the award, and look, we're not surprised.
Bonnie, Noelle and I are so sorry we can't be with you tonight. We miss you, we love you, and you've done a wonderful job.
Both Kathy and I want to give you our very heartiest congratulations, and we love you very much, like our own daughter.
I didn't give up any secrets on you, but I want you to know how much I love you and how much I appreciate what you do for everybody. For me, for Pete, for the Marines, for all those out there that need the help that we are able to give them. Thank you.
Thanks for everything you've done for us and what you're going to continue to do. We love you, miss you, simplify.
We know we expect a lot more out of you, and I know you won't let us down. God bless you, Bonnie, and thank you for your service.
Congratulations, Bonnie. We wish we could be there.
We all love you.
Congratulations, we love you, and there's no one who deserves this award more than you.
Mom, I love you so much. Congratulations. I could not be more proud of you. I love you.
Bonnie, on behalf of Hiring Our Heroes, on behalf of all the military spouses across the country and around the world, thank you for leaving us in a better place than where you found us.
Congratulations, Bonnie, on an award well deserved.